What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. Today, we're going to be using the Mega Steelix team once again with Tyranitar, Mega Steelix, the Cresselia, Breloom, Tapu Fini, and Rotom-H. Let us get started and find some games. So this team, putting in some work. I really have been enjoying this team like a lot. I feel like a lot of the recent teams, I feel like I've just felt like I brought better teams. I feel like my team building skills might have increased, and I feel like these teams are becoming more solid. And yeah, that's pretty much really what I have to say. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the team so far. It's been pretty fun. Dual screens has been coming in so clutch. Like having each of the screens, which I wasn't sure, which was a last minute transition, ends up working pretty well. Like light screen was originally on Cresselia because I thought, light screen paired with Steelix would be a lot better, I feel like, in a lot of situations, and can make the team bulkier in general. And then, I had Will-O-Wisp and Spore on Breloom, but then I decided to change this. We got Quinn from Canada as our first opponent, with the team of Charizard, Landorus, Varian, Cresselia, the Snorlax, Ferrothorn, and the Tapu Fini. So, Steelix good in this? Not really. Unfortunately, I don't feel like Steelix is going to be a good case in this matchup. I feel like the four I do want to bring, though, are Rotom-H, Cresselia, Breloom, and the Tyranitar. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So I think, what would you lead if you're my opponent? I could see Landorus plus Charizard leading. I think we had a very similar situation to this in a few episodes ago. So I think I'm going to go Cresselia, Rotom-H. Breloom for the Snorlax, as well as the Pharaoh, just in case, and Tyranitar in the back. This might be weird since I am breaking my own Focus Sash, but really the only Pokemons I guess I'm really worried about are the Charizard and the Tapu Fini. I don't know what kind of Cresselia this is on the team, though. I think it was Ice Beam, Icy Wind, Psychic, and Trick Room on this team. I don't think this one ran Ally Switch. But I could be thinking of a completely different QR code, so I have no idea what to really expect here. I think it was Icy Wind, Ice Beam, Psychic, and Trick Room Cresselia on this team. I just can't really remember all the details. But I do know that Breloom puts in a lot of work against my opponent's team, and I do feel like it can show its good role if I get rid of Charizard and weaken Landorus. So, I don't know, my opponent's going to lead hard Snorlax or anything, Snorlax Cresselia, because I had like the option to Spore, so I'm not sure my opponent would go that kind of route right off the bat. I think Charizard Landorus is a very solid lead against my team personally. So, Cresselia plus Rotom will lead the field against, yeah, Landorus Charizard. Okay. I think I do the same thing as before where I do want to get, I don't think I want to get a Trick Room up. I really don't need to in this game. I'd rather get rid of the Charizard right off the bat, because if I get rid of Charizard, my Breloom's looking really good in this match. So, I'll go for the Ice Beam here, and I think I'm just going to throw out the Gigavolt Havoc. I don't really need my Z-move for much else, maybe the Snorlax, but then again, I got Super Power on Breloom for that lax specifically. So, I'd rather get rid of the Charizard right now, and I'm going to Ice Beam the Landorus because damage is damage. Yeah, there's not much I can do otherwise. Rock Slide, Heat Wave's going to hurt, but I feel like you need... Oh, we're going to see a switch out. Pharaoh? Beanie, okay. Does that mean Charizard's protecting or going on the offense? Because that's a really interesting switch. I'm guessing protecting and not Mega Evolving. Yeah, okay. I feel like that's fine, though. I don't know. Huh. Maybe my opponent thinks I'm Scarf Rotom-H and was worried about a Volt Switch into my opponent. Or maybe just worried about an Ice Beam in general. I will get the damage off into Charizard Refundable, knocks it out the following turn, so don't feel really too bad. I could even see Charizard switching out next turn, which I could definitely see. Maybe back in the Landorus. I Gigavolt Havoc going to come out here, and this should pick up some nice damage onto that Charizard. I almost said pick up the knockout, but I'm like, what? Not to protect. That did some really good damage, though. That's really good damage. And I do get a bit of chip onto the Tapu Fini now. Don't know what kind of Tapu Fini this is, but I do have Helping Hand Thunderbolt for that, or I could target down the Charizard slot with an Ice Beam T-Bolt, which also looks pretty good right here, so I think I am going to go for that play. Although, the damage on Rotom-H could be very significant. I think I'm going to Helping Hand T-Bolt the Tapu Fini, because if you're going to Mega Evolve, you're going to weaken the damage of your Water type attacks against Rotom, and I can't really see you doing that right here. Yeah, as you're going to withdraw Charizard. That might be Landorus. Oh, it's actually Pharaoh. That's beautiful for me. If Fini doesn't protect here, which I don't think it will. I think it's going on the offense here. So Helping Hand going to come out from the Cresselia. And Thunderbolt gonna connect onto that Tapu Fini, and that is gonna make... Oh my lord, that survived. Oh, okay. Did not expect that one. Muddy Water gonna come out. I don't think that's Is that Specs? No, that probably should have killed Rotom, right? I mean, I do have Bulk. That's okay though. I feel like I get a free Ice Beam in the Fini and a Protect. I could also overheat. The problem is I don't know. Isn't it Choice Band Pharaoh? So it might not. So I think it was Choice Band Pharaoh. I'm gonna overheat the Pharaoh. I don't really see a reason to, because like I could get a double knockout here potentially. As Fini's gonna withdraw. Is that Landorus coming in? It is Landorus coming in. Oh, that's beautiful. So I didn't know the Fini would. Honestly, I'm surprised the Fini wants to go down there. Maybe expecting Tyranitar to come out to knock it out with the sand. But I know it's probably Choice Band Pharaoh on this team, because I'm pretty sure that is Choice Band Pharaoh on this team. So Overheat gonna knock out the Pharaoh, which is really, really significant. Getting rid of that Pharaoh, that's pretty big. And Fini's in range of Mach Punch, which is beautiful. And I get the Ice Beam chip damage off into Landorus, which is really nice in general. Oh, I get the freeze. Unfortunate for my opponent. So some RNG here. I'm not sure if it's going to matter, because probably Landorus is going to unfall, I'm going to imagine. The Charizard's going to come out here. And honestly, Trick Room's looking really solid for me here. Yeah, like, honestly, I was just going to get Trick Room up anyway, probably. And I think I'm just going to overheat the Landorus to put it in range of my Cresselia's Ice Beam. Yeah, that's a very unfortunate freeze for my opponent. It's... because... Oh, wow, I'm faster with Rotom-H than both of my opponent's Pokemon? Oh, wow. Overheat. Gets a crit, too. Although I don't think the crit really matters, to be honest. Landorus unfalls because of Overheat, which is, you know... Alright. Flamethrower in regular form. Oh, just don't flinch me. Flamethrower in regular form, trying to, I guess, not Mega Ball because of the Charizard? Yeah, but I get Trick Room up, so... That's really good. I should just be able to get Tyranitar in and just click Ice Beam, and I want to say that's Timid Charizard. I mean, that really just... The Gigavolt Havoc just did way too much to protect, I feel like. Although I should live one Solar Beam with this Tyranitar, so maybe it is just... Well, I know, it's not Timid Charizard. Rotom outsped it. Huh. This is a weird team. Okay. Ice Beam and Rock Slide. My opponent really doesn't have switch-ins now. Charizard gonna protect too, and that should 100% seal up the game. Unfortunately, Breloom was what I was setting up for the end game and didn't come through because of the fact that it just never got to show up. Rock Slide gonna knock out the Landorus because it looks like Tyranitar is gonna sweep. Although I might be in Solar Beam range now. Ice Beam into the Charizard. Yeah, the freeze didn't end up mattering, obviously, because of the fact I went for Overheat. I didn't expect my Rotom-H to be faster. My opponent needed a flinch to get back into this game, I feel like, but then again, I could just go into Breloom and Trick Room hard, because Overheat wasn't going to kill me at the range I was at with Cresselia, and Mach Punch just knocked out. I guess that's where the crit mattered with the Landorus. Actually, no, Breloom should have been faster, right? Because I'm pretty sure my Rotom-H and Breloom are actually the same speed, which is funny because I'm actually supposed to be 1 point faster, but I EV'd for the wrong benchmark with my Rotom-H. So Fini's gonna come out. I'm just gonna Ice Beam. I think I'm gonna Crunch. I want to see if Crunch knocks it out. Because honestly, that Charizard took so much from Gigavolt Havoc through the Protect. And Charizard doesn't have the best defenses in the world. This is a Stab Crunch with Life Orb. So I'm pretty sure it knocks out Charizard, but we'll find out here. If it does. The Drought is going to appear on the field as Crunch. Will it pick up the knockout onto this Charizard? It will. And even if it didn't, put it in range of Ice Beam or Mach Punch either way. And Cresselia should be guaranteeing, yeah, going before Fini. Ice Beam going to knock out the Fini. That's going to be a good game. So, over here, I guess the turn 1 went completely different than I expected. It really went completely different than I expected. It ended up working in my favor, obviously, because of the fact that I was just able to get, one, a bunch of chip damage from the Charizard, make it scared of a Thunderbolt. I'm really surprised Tapu Fini lived a Thunderbolt from helping hand Rotom after the Ice Beam chip, to be honest. But wow. But then again, Tapu Fini is a very bulky Pokemon. I wonder what set it was. Might be Specs on this team, I'm guessing. But like, I don't know. I feel like the damage from Specs, it should have done more. To be honest, I feel like it should have done more. Because this Rotom-H doesn't have like the best bulk in the world. So we are going to take a victory there. Very nice. Wow, I don't know. That game just went completely different. I did expect the Pharaoh to stay in, because my opponent really didn't appreciate taking an overheat. And I felt like if it was Banded Pharaoh, you're going to try to get as much damage on a Cresselia that turn as possible. And honestly, I was surprised my opponent saved the Fini, but maybe expected Tyranitar and Protect. Actually, that makes sense, because if I do go into Tyranitar, switch out Cresselia and Tyranitar, and Protect with Rotom, I'm actually in a pretty good spot, because I now got the Fini. But then again, your Landorus could have got a free switch in, so I don't know if it was really necessary to save Fini at that point. Especially since it was so risky right there, as my opponent risked Pharaoh right there. And risking Pharaoh was pretty huge. I mean, Superpower was going to knock it out. Breloom, it looked like, could still have won. Like, even if my opponent made different plays, it looked like my Breloom endgame was pretty much set anyway. But really just surprised in general. I wonder if Superpower knocks out Pharaoh, to be honest. I mean, it is base 130 attack, which is Breloom. As we got our next opponent, Ryu from Japan. We got a 1646 rated player. Whoa, cool picks. Very cool picks. Greninja, Cloyster, Kangaskhan, Landorus, Varian, Tapu Lele, and Excelgor. Sorry for the sigh, but it's like, what do I do against this team? I'm trying to figure out like how it operates. I think I'll go Cresselia, Steelix. Breloom helpful? Not really. Actually, Breloom is pretty useful, isn't it? I think I'll go Cresselia, Steelix, Breloom. I'm really thinking of having Tyranitar in the back. Sand could be useful, but I'm thinking honestly Breloom and Fini. Breloom covers a lot of my opponent's team, and I feel like Fini's damage output is pretty nice in this game. You know what? I'm going to bring these four. We'll see how it goes. I really wanted Tyranitar in, to be honest. Maybe Breloom will be able to do something in this game, but I just don't know what my opponent's going to lead. Like, the options are there for my opponent. Like, I'm pretty sure what we're going to see is Scarflele with the Psychic Seed Excelgor for the Unburden boost. Everyone should know about that kind of strategy, but if not, Excelgor gets the Psychic Seed, the Unburden boost, so it's faster than pretty much everything. It's probably the fastest Unburden user. Then it has access to like Acid Spray, and then Acid Spray with like Scarf Psychic from Lele is pretty threatening. It also got Final Gamut to try to remove a threat as quickly as possible. So this could be a scary team. I just don't know. I'm pretty sure Cresselia lives any hit from this team, which is why I think Cresselia's a good lead. Which is why I don't know if you're going to lead that, if you're going to lead like Kangaskhan or not. So Cresselia still looks like a safe lead here against Excelgor. Kangaskhan, Greninja going to lead. Oh, not leading Steelix was a bad idea. I think Trick Room. To be honest, I expect to double up into Cresselia, but like I don't think I have the kind of I don't think I really have a safe play. I think going out into Fini is pretty safe here for my Steelix, because Steelix is important to deal with the Lele. Otherwise, I don't have many offensive presence against the Lele or offensive pressure in general. So I'm gonna get Fini in, as Kangaskhan's gonna Mega Evolve. I do kind of wish I led Breloom at this point. Breloom looked like it could have done a lot of work here. Let's see. Kangaskhan gonna Mega Evolve. I'm guessing no Lele Excelgor in the back, or at least no Excelgor. Big Out gonna come out into the Cresselia, and what's Greninja gonna do? Is it gonna be a Dark Pulse? It's Dark Pulse. I could have gotten Earthquake off. How much does it do? Does a good amount. I flinch, obviously, which, you know. I think I want a Trick Room. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna Moonblast to Greninja, try to get rid of it. I think it's Sash. Oh, what? Gunk Shot? This Greninja's got all the tricks. I don't mind. Oh, Fini avoids. I didn't even mind a Fini. Oh, come on. Are you really that kind of person with a Stomp that's a 30% chance to inactive? Or is it 20%? I think it's 20% actually. Moonblast into Greninja. Or your special attack, please. Thank you. Ah, nice. The Trick Room goes up. Beautiful. Alright. Oh boy. What do I expect? I don't know if you're gonna go for Gunk Shot or not. I am kind of worried about Dark Pulse happening. I think I'm gonna go out in a Steelix. You know what? Let's have some fun. We're gonna self-swagger here. I think that's the best play here. Because I don't want to switch to hard Steelix. Well, on a Dark Pulse, I'm fine because I can always heal pulse my own Steelix. But, like, the offensive pressure is here. The offensive pressure is now. Because if I get Steelix in and self-swagger, Steelix can put in some work. Kangaskhan's going to withdraw. Is that Landorus? Yeah, it's Landorus. Okay. Although that's better for me, to be honest, because I can hard heavy slam that Landorus. Or the Greninja if I really want to. Do I want to say in normal form? Oh, that's even better. Oh, that's even better for me. I get to keep sturdy as well. Okay. And I hit myself swagger. Let's go. Mega Steelix. Alright. Alright. Heavy Slam looks like a safe play. And I think just a Scald into Landorus. Do I want to Mega Evolve is the question. Do I think he's Tectonic Rage? I think he might be Tectonic Rage. I want to live with the Sturdy just in case because I could always Heal Pulse my Steelix. So I'm going to Scald and Heavy Slam the Greninja. Because whatever's coming to Greninja does not appreciate a Heavy Slam. It really doesn't. And Sturdy on Steelix might come in clutch here. If it's just regular Earthquake, I'm like completely okay. So let's see. And if it's not AV Landorus, this is actually really good for me because Scald should be a 2KO on this Landorus. So Greninja's going to double out. Is that Kang? Okay. So I could have doubled into Landorus, but I don't know if you're going to protect or not. Alright, no protect. +1 Heavy Slam into the Kang should do a good amount. Oh yeah, that's good damage. Scald. Chance to burn as well. Can we get it? Yeah, that's definitely a Z move. Earth Power. Definitely surviving that, right? But Sturdy, yeah. Oh, man. Kangaskhan's in range of Mach Punch. I kind of want to double up the Lander slot, to be honest, because I don't know if you're going to fake out Steelix or not. I want a Rock Slide, and I honestly do want to Moonblast the Lander slot. I'm going to try it out because the Protect on Steelix is really obvious as Landorus is going to double out into Greninja. Oh, yeah. That's why I clicked Moonblast because Greninja could have came out, which is why I want to make this play. And if you might target down... I think you target down Steelix here if you're making that switch, to be honest. But you could be targeting my Feeny and then I get a Rock Slide off at +1. That's big damage for me. Fake Out going to come out. Into the Feeny. Excellent. Excellent. That's perfect. Rock Slide. I dot Kang Voids, I guess that doesn't really matter. Get the damage on Greninja, which is nice. Misty Terrain disappears from the battlefield. And honestly, I think if you're my opponent, you would Sucker Punch here. And what, Protect? How many times of Trick Room do I have left? 1. If I can Breloom can come in, I think I will go Breloom. And honestly, I just want to go for a Moonblast and a Kang. Because I think Greninja might protect here. I don't know if you have Sucker Punch either. If you don't have Sucker Punch, it's a bad play, but I don't want to risk it. Kang gonna protect. Okay, so is it just a double protect? Yeah, it is a double protect. Okay. I respect it. So I could have Heal Pulse potentially, but then I would have been in an awkward position because Greninja threatens both my Feeny and my Kang. I mean yeah. Feeny threatens like all my Pokemon. So that would be kind of awkward. I'm thinking a Mach Punch in a Kang. I don't think Gunk Shot knocks me out, to be honest, but it might. I really want to Mach Punch Greninja, but I feel like Landorus might come in. You know what? I'm gonna Moonblast the Greninja and just protect here. I don't want to risk it. I'm pretty sure you might try to save your Kang from Mach Punch. If If I was Life Orb, this would be like the easiest Mach Punch in a Kang, probably, and just a Moonblast in a Greninja. I get a double knockout that way. And maybe, or if Gunk Shot does actually KO, but at this rate, I'm thinking it's Sash Greninja, so I don't feel like the damage output is there. We're gonna see Kang switch out into Lele. Okay. So that also avoids what I was gonna do, so that's fine. One of my Steelix is really weakened. That's not good. That's a smart that's a smart Lele switch though. You protect Greninja from Mach Punch, and Gunk Shot probably is gonna go out on a Feeny. Oh, it's actually in a Breloom. Oh, okay. That works. Moonblast's gonna come out into the Greninja, pick up that knockout. Nice. The problem is dealing with that Lele. I wonder if Cresselia can live a Psychic. Probably. At the range is that, I think it can. Kang gonna come out. Probably just a double edge into Breloom and a Psychic. I don't want to sack Breloom just yet. Do I? I mean, Steelix can win the game. And you can't Sucker Punch if I get Trick 'em up. I think it's actually maybe worth keeping it around. I think I'm gonna just superpower the Kang. Yeah, I just Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed would knock it out. And I'm gonna go hard into Crest and hope I live a Psychic. If I don't live a Psychic, this game's over, as my 3DS is actually going red. Right. Oops. Sorry about that. Stomp. Oh, right, you're one of those. Shadow Ball. Oh, he read me so hard. That's still not bad, though, is it? That's not bad, is it? I knock out Kang. Beautiful. I think. Ooh, okay. That kind of stings. That was a beautiful Shadow Ball play. That was an absolutely beautiful Shadow Ball play. Although I still think you're Scarfalele from the team composition, so I don't know if you live a combination. I have to Mach... I think I'm forced to Mach Punch the Kangaskhan slot, unfortunately. And I think I'll Moonblast... Well, if it's Stomp, it's not going to KO Feeny with Shadow Ball, right? It's going to proc a Berry at that rate. I'm going to Protect. And I think I'm going to Moonblast Lele. Because I don't know if you're going to switch out Kang or not. No, I was thinking we might switch out or Protect Kang. Okay, let's see what's coming out. Stomp. Oh, it's not Scarf. Stomp into Feeny. Oh, it shattered Psyche. So that's where the Z move was. Well, then again, special Earth Power Tectonic Rage doesn't really make much sense. Okay, Shattered Psyche gonna come out. In a Breloom. Okay, if I don't flinch here... I mean, I needed a Mach Punch, I think. I think I should have just Mach Punched. I was just worried if Kangaskhan protects and what if Lele goes for like a Shadow Ball and a Breloom. Alright, I get a Moonblast off. It doesn't do anything though. It's not looking good. The damage output I have is very little. Maybe I can expect my opponent to double up the Feeny slot, expecting Steelix to protect. Maybe that's my hope. I'm gonna Scald, Heavy Slam. Stomp in the Feeny, I'm guessing, and then Psychic in the Steelix, or you might double up. That should proc my Berry. Yep, it does. I'm pretty sure you are going to double up Feeny to put me... Well, you don't have Earthquake on your Landers, I guess. Psychic into the Steelix slot. So I could have protected there. Maybe was the better play. Although... Stomp. Okay. Good game. Alright. There were so many things I probably could have done better in this game. Like, I didn't want to Mega Ball because I knew that Earth... I didn't think it was Earth Power. I thought it was Tectonic Rage. Maybe I could have made a more aggressive read and tried to KO. Because I honestly thought Rock Slide would have KO'd Greninja even on the Switch, but it didn't. So yeah. Then again, isn't regular Steelix's attack is like base 95? I'm pretty sure it's base 95. So maybe in retrospect, maybe instead of going for Rock Slide that turn, and it missed King anyway too. Which actually, was that a big deal? Not really. I think what I needed to do was pick up a knockout with Steelix that turn, and I needed to heal pulse in the endgame. That was a beautiful Shadow Ball play though from my opponent. Wait, it was Shadow Ball Shadow Tseki. Ugh. But anyway, yeah, there were things I could have done better in that game. Maybe I could have got a screen up potentially. I mean, I was playing the first parts well. I think I just needed to figure out like how to maneuver and get Trick Room up again, which I kind of struggled since I didn't have like screens and Cresselia was really weakened at that point. But and fighting through Stomp is not fun, even though it didn't matter. But like it was so scary. Maybe I should have just Mach Punched that last turn. I think if I Mach Punched that last turn, I actually did have a shot. I think I did have a shot, depending on like what the Landorus item is. What does my opponent do the following turn? Because let's say I KO'd the Kangaskhan with Mach Punch and I get the Moonblast off, then it's the Landorus forced to come in, and then it comes down to what does it do really. I really think it comes down to what it does. Double up into Feeny potentially, which I could see. I don't know, there are a few things that could have happened. But anyway, hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Back to Battles. If you did, please leave a like down below, show some support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below, such as my social medias and all that good stuff. And if you want to try out the placement of the team down below, well, it's down below, so you can go check it out. And feel free to leave a comment too, because I do read them. Otherwise, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll catch you around in another video. Have a great day, people. See you around soon.